हेलो एवरीवन। इस वीडियो में मैं आप लोगों के साथ उत्तर प्रदेश सिविल जज प्रीलिमिनरी एग्ज़ाम के में जो लॉ पेपर है उससे रिगार्डिंग कुछ इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करूंगी और आई होप दीज क्वेश्चंस और जो उससे रिलेटेड एडिशनल पॉइंट्स हैं वो आप लोगों के एग्ज़ाम के लिए बहुत रेलेवेंट होगा, क्योंकि ये जो पैटर्न है यूपी सिविल जज का प्रीलिमिनरी एग्ज़ाम का उसी के बेस पे मैंने क्वेश्चन जो है रेडी किए हैं। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द वीडियो। और इसी सीरीज़ में ये मॉक टेस्ट है और आगे भी बहुत सारे मॉक टेस्ट से रिलेटेड वीडियोस आएंगी, जिसमें मैं जो न्यूली एडिड सब्जेक्ट है यूपी सिविल जज के सिलेबस में उससे रिलेटेड भी वीडियोस अपलोड करूँगी। सो स्टे कनेक्टेड एंड सब्सक्राइब इफ़ यू वांट मोर सच रेलेवेंट वीडियोस। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द वीडियो। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज़ व्हाट इज़ मैक्सिमम स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ लोकसभा। सो लोकसभा की जो मैक्सिमम स्ट्रेंथ है मेंबर्स की वो कितनी है। जो मैक्सिमम स्ट्रेंथ थी लोकसभा की वो 552 यानी 552 मेंबर्स थे। 530 मेंबर्स टू रिप्रेजेंट द स्टेट, 20 मेंबर्स रिप्रेजेंट द यूनाइटेड यूनियन टेरिटरीज एंड 2 मेंबर्स टू बी नॉमिनेटेड बाय द प्रेसिडेंट फ्रॉम एंग्लो इंडियन कम्युनिटी. But after 104th Constitutional Amendment Act 2019, now the two additional number who were appointed from the Anglo-Indian community, who were to be appointed from Anglo-Indian community, now this has been deleted, and now only total maximum strength of the members of Lok Sabha is 550 यानी 550 मेंबर्स है। आफ्टर 104th Constitutional Amendment Act 2019, now this has extended the reservation of seats for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe in the Lok Sabha and state assemblies from 70 years to 80 years. जो 70 ईयर्स के लिए रिजर्व थी वो अब 80 ईयर्स तक एक्सटेंड कर दी गई है 104th कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट एक्ट में। जो रिजर्व थी सीट्स शेड्यूल कास्ट और शेड्यूल ट्राइब के लिए, लेकिन जो 2 सीट्स एंग्लो इंडियन कम्युनिटी के लिए रिजर्व थी लोकसभा में उनको एक्सटेंड नहीं किया गया और अब वो एबॉलिश हो गई हैं। अब टोटल स्ट्रेंथ 550 है। नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज which constitutional amendment provide for the establishment of National Commission for Backward Classes. एंड बैकवर्ड क्लासेस पहले एक स्टैचूटरी बॉडी में जो है इस्टेब्लिश किया गया था, लेकिन अब ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडी बन गया है आफ्टर 102nd कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट एक्ट 2018 विच हैज़ इंसर्टेड न्यू आर्टिकल 338B and 342A. So this is important that which articles are added by 102nd constitutional amendment. After this constitutional amendment, article 338B, this article specifically deals with the structure, duties and powers of National Commission for Backward Classes. So this is very important. Article 342A deals with the power of President of India to notify a particular caste as a socially and educationally backward class and the power of Parliament to change the list. Now some additional point. National Commission for Backward Class was a statutory body which was set up under National Commission for Backward Classes Act 1993, but now after 102nd Constitutional Amendment Act it has become a constitutional body. Current chairperson of National Commission for Backward Classes is Mr. Bhagwan Lal Sahani. So he is the chairman, current chairman, and the first Backward Class Commission chairman was Kaka Kalelkar. Next question. How many high courts are there in India? So there are total 25 high courts in India, and some additional point regarding to this is Court of Judicature at Allahabad, that means Allahabad High Court is the biggest high court in India, and Sikkim High Court is the smallest high court in India. ये इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट जो है बिगेस्ट हाई कोर्ट है। ये क्वेश्चन उत्तराखंड पीटी में भी पूछा गया था। The Calcutta High Court is the oldest High Court in India, and the newest High Court are Telangana High Court in Hyderabad and Andhra Pradesh High Court in Amravati. So these both are established in the year 2019. Next question is National Legal Services Day is celebrated on which date? So National Legal Services Day is celebrated on 9th November in India, and it is observed every year by all the legal services authorities to commemorate the enactment of Legal Services Authorities Act 1987. Some additional point regarding to this is November 26th is observed as Constitutional Day और संविधान दिवस. ये भी कई बार पीटी में पूछा जा चुका है. संविधान दिवस 26 नवंबर को मनाया जाता है, which commemorates the adoption of the Constitution of India. On November 26, 1949, the Constitution was adopted and it came into force on January 26, 1950. ये जो डेट है 26 नवंबर 1949, this is also mentioned in the preamble that our constitution has been enacted, adopted on 26 November 1949, and जो enforcement date है that is 26 January 1950. This date is mentioned under Article 394 of Indian Constitution. So let's come to the next pointer, that is December 6 regarded as Mahaparinirvan Divas, and this is marked as the death anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who is the chief architect of Indian Constitution, and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was also the first law minister of independent India. So Mahaparinirvan Divas on 6th December. Next question. What is the meaning of the maxim Pacta Sunt Servanda? And this is a maxim which is related to the international law, which means agreement must be kept. One another maxim is ex equo et bono, and it means according to the right and good. So what is fair? That means. So meaning of both these maxim is also important. Next question. In which case Supreme Court struck down the 97th constitutional amendment as unconstitutional. Basically this 97th amendment was related to the cooperative societies, and recently in the judgment of Union of India versus Rajendra Shah and others 2021 Supreme Court, in this case Supreme Court has struck down the 97th constitutional amendment as unconstitutional in nature. And part 9b was added by this 97th constitutional amendment, so now this part 9b has become unconstitutional. Next question. Which case law related to grant of permanent commission to women in Indian Army? And recently the case the Secretary Ministry of Defence versus Babita Punia and others 2021 Supreme Court, in this judgment Honorable Supreme Court ordered the grant of permanent commission to women in 10 non-combat service units at 3 months and held them to be eligible to hold the command post. So the name of the case is important. Next question. Which constitutional amendment restores the power of state government to identify and specify socially and educationally backward classes? So recently after the judgment of Maratha quota case, in which the Supreme Court struck down the Maratha quota as unconstitutional in nature because it has exceeded the reservation beyond 50%, and in that judgment court has also held that the state does not have power, state government has no power to identify and specify the socially and educationally backward classes. But after that judgment the government has come with this 105th constitutional amendment 2021, and by this constitutional amendment which was 127th constitutional amendment bill. So the bill was 127th and the constitutional amendment act is 105th. So this is important. Now by this constitutional amendment government has restored the power of the state government also to identify and specify the socially and educationally backward classes. However, Before this, the court had held that only the president and had power to identify the socially and educationally backward classes, not the state government. But now the state government has also power to identify and specify socially and educationally backward classes. This 105th Constitutional Amendment Act has inserted the proviso to the Article 338B. It has also amended Article 342A and 366 subclause 26C, and this was come into force on 15th August 2021. Next question is, Chief Election Commissioner in India is appointed by whom? And this was also in news recently. Article 324 subclause 2 of Indian Constitution provides that Election Commissioner of India are appointed by the President subject to the law made by the Parliament, and presently the Chief Election Commissioner and the Election Commissioners are appointed by the President on the advice of the Cabinet under the Transaction of Business Rules 1961 of the Union Cabinet. There is one Chief Election Commissioner and two are election commissioners. So present Chief Election Commissioner is Shri Rajiv Kumar, and prior to him the election CEC was Shri Sushil Chandra. Next question, which article of Indian Constitution provides reservation for economic and weaker section? And the answer is Article 15 subclause 6 and 16 subclause 6 of the Indian Constitution. These were added by 103rd Constitutional Amendment. So I have missed to mention that here. So you must note that down. These two were added by 103rd Constitutional Amendment. And recently, Honorable Supreme Court upheld the constitutionality of this 103rd Constitutional Amendment and this 10% quota reservation for EWS, economic weaker section, in the case of Janhit Abhiyan versus Union of India 2022, and it was a 5 judges bench decision. So the name of the case is very important. 103rd Constitutional Amendment is also important. Next question, which section of Indian Penal Code recently stayed by the Supreme Court? So recently section 124A of Indian Penal Code, which is related to the offence of sedition. This was stayed by the Honorable Supreme Court in the case of S.G. Wombat-Kere versus Union of India 2022. It was a 3 judges bench decision, consist of Chief Justice N.V. Ramanna, Suryakant Justice and Hima Kohli Justice. The bench has urged the state and central government to refrain from registering any FIR, continuing any investigation or taking any coercive measure by invoking the section 124A of IPC while the sedition law is under consideration. Question may also be asked, like in which case the constitutionality of section 124A IPC was upheld. So the constitutionality of this offence of sedition was upheld in the case of Kedarnath Singh versus the state of Bihar 1962 Supreme Court. Next question, failure by the person who is released on bail or bond to appear in the court is an offence under which section of Indian Penal Code? And answer is section 229A IPC provide the offence of failure by the person who is released on bail or bond to appear in court. Two additional which are generally asked is section 228 of Indian Penal Code, which provide intentional insult or interruption to public servant sitting in judicial proceeding. And section 205 provides false personation for the purpose of act or proceeding in suit or prosecution. Next question is, what is the meaning of judicial proceeding in Criminal Procedure Code? Section 2 subclause I of Criminal Procedure Code provides every proceeding in the course of which evidence is legally taken or not, that is the judicial proceeding, An inquiry is defined under section 2 subclause G, means inquiry other than the trial conducted by the magistrate or court. Next question, how many types of mortgage are given under section 58 of Transfer of Property Act? And there are 6 types of mortgage provided there: simple mortgage, usufructuary mortgage, mortgage by conditional sale, by deposit of title deeds, English mortgage, and anomalous mortgage. Next question, which of the following judgment of the Supreme Court deals with the applicability of res judicata in writ petitions? And the name of the case is Daryao versus State of UP. इसके अलावा भी रेस जुडिकाटा से बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस पूछे गए, तो सम ऑफ देम आई हैव मेंशनड हियर. रेस जुडिकाटा अप्लाई ऑन representative suit? Yes. Under section 11 explanation 6. Res judicata also apply on execution proceedings. This is provided under section 11 explanation 7. Res judicata also apply among co-defendant if they have conflict of interest. This was provided in the case of Mehboob Sahab versus Sayyid Ismail 1995 Supreme Court, and recently reiterated in the case of Govindamal versus Vaidyanath 2018 Supreme Court. Next question is, when can the prosecution be allowed to ask leading question to its own witness? So generally leading questions are asked in cross examination by the opposite party, but yes, leading question can be asked by the party who called the witness if he turned hostile under section 154 of Indian Evidence Act. Section 141 provides the meaning of leading questions. Those questions which suggest the answer which the person putting it wishes or expect to receive is called leading question. Section 142 provides that leading question must not be asked in examination in chief or re-examination. तो leading question examination in chief और re-examination में नहीं पूछे जाते हैं except with the permission of the court, because इन questions पे generally opposite party जो है वो objection raise करती है. Section 143 provides that the leading question may be put in cross examination. So cross examination is the stage in which the leading questions are asked by the opposite party. Next question is, evidence given by a witness who is unable to communicate verbally in the court by writing or by sign, it shall be deemed to be oral evidence under section 119 Indian Evidence Act. The person who cannot communicate verbally, even if he give the evidence by writing, by sign, that will not become a documentary evidence. That will still remain the oral evidence because that person cannot communicate verbally. Next question. An accused person shall be a competent witness according to which one of the in which of the sections of Criminal Procedure Code? Section 315 of Criminal Procedure Code provides that accused person may give evidence on oath as a competent witness, but this will be on his own request in writing. So he can be a competent witness in his own case. Next question is, in which case Honorable Supreme Court struck down section 303 of Indian Penal Code? So it was, the name of the case was Mithu Singh versus State of Punjab. Mithu versus State of Punjab. And in the case of Bachchan Singh versus State of Punjab, Honorable Supreme Court had laid down the theory or the doctrine of arrest of the rare cases to award a death penalty to the accused person. Very recently, in the case of Manoj versus State of Madhya Pradesh 2022 Supreme Court, in this case Supreme Court held that the state must produce the material disclosing psychiatric and psychological evolution of the accused person. This will help establishing the proximity to the accused person's frame of mind at the time of committing the crime and offer guidance on mitigating factor. So यहाँ पे मनोज वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ एमपी 2022 दिस केस इज़ ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट बिकॉज इसमें अभी डेथ पेनल्टी जिन जिन भी केसेस में डेथ पेनल्टी सेशन कोर्ट अवॉर्ड करता है उसमें सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा है कि वहाँ स्टेट की ये ड्यूटी है कि वो जो एविडेंसेस साइकेट्रिक और साइकोलॉजिकल एक्यूज्ड की मेंटल स्टेट को अक्यूज़ के मेंटल स्टेट को उसके फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड को शो करते हैं, जो कि उसका फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड था एट द टाइम ऑफ द कमीशन ऑफ द ऑफेंस, वो एविडेंसेस कोर्ट के सामने प्रेजेंट किए जाने ज़रूरी हैं ताकि वो गाइडेंस ऑफर कर सके फॉर द मिटिगेटिंग फैक्टर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Directive principle of state policies of Indian Constitution set forth the humanitarian socialist precepts. So this was a statement given by Granville Austin, and Granville Austin has also called Indian federalism is cooperative federalism. ये question भी पहले PT में पूछा गया था कि who has given the statement that Indian federalism is cooperative federalism. So it was Granville Austin. Next question is, after which of the following Supreme Court decision has special provision for advancement of socially and educationally backward classes introduced under Article 15 subclause 4 of Indian Constitution? So it was the judgment of State of Madras versus Champakam Dorajan. After this case, Article 15 subclause 4 was added, and this was added by First Constitutional Amendment Act 1951. One additional point I have added that Article 15 subclause 5, which was added by 93rd Constitutional Amendment, which provides for the advancement of any socially and educationally backward classes, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, insofar as such special provisions relate to their admission to educational institution, including private education institution, whether added or unaided by the state. So by Article 15 subclause 5, which was added by 93rd Constitutional Amendment, रिजर्वेशन जो है वो बैकवर्ड क्लासेस SC और ST को स्कूल में भी प्रोवाइड किया गया था, चाहे वो प्राइवेट स्कूल हो चाहे वो गवर्नमेंट स्कूल हो. और इस आर्टिकल 15 सबक्लॉज 5 की कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल वैलिडिटी को अपहेल्ड किया था ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इन द केस ऑफ अशोक कुमार ठाकुर वर्सेस यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया 2008 सुप्रीम कोर्ट. This name of the case is also very important, Ashok Kumar Thakur versus Union of India. Next question is, headquarter of which international organization is in India? So one international organization is International Solar Alliance, ISA. It is an alliance of 123 signatory countries, and the headquarter of International Solar Alliance is in Gurugram, Haryana. It was founded on 30th November 2015, and the present Director General of International Solar Alliance is Mr. Ajay Mathur. So जितनी भी इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है सारी यूपी सिविल जज के PT पेपर के लिए इम्पॉर्टेंट है. सम ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टेंट आई हैव मेंशन्ड हियर ऑल्सो. यूनेस्को, उसके डायरेक्टर जनरल हैं ऑड्रे अजोले, उसका हेडक्वार्टर है पेरिस फ्रांस में. यूनिसेफ, उसकी हेड हैं कैथरीन एम रसल और हेडक्वार्टर है न्यूयॉर्क USA में. WHO वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, उसके हेड हैं डॉक्टर टेड्रोस एथानोम एंड उसका हेडक्वार्टर है जिनेवा स्विट्ज़रलैंड में. देन वर्ल्ड बैंक, उसके प्रेसिडेंट है डेविड मालपास और उसका हेडक्वार्टर है वॉशिंगटन USA में. इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ILO, उसके डायरेक्टर जनरल है गिलबर्ट होंगबो एंड उसका हेडक्वार्टर है जिनेवा स्विट्ज़रलैंड में. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, इंटरनेशनल कोर्ट ऑफ जस्टिस ICJ कंसिस्ट ऑफ हाउ मेनी जजेस? So Article 3 of International Court of Justice statute, it provides that there are 15 judges of the ICJ, and term of office of these 15 judges is 9 years. That is provided under Article 13 of ICJ statute. Presently, Justice Dalveer Bhandari is an Indian judge in International Court of Justice. Next question is, the book Concept of Law was written by, so the author is H.L.A. Hart. And some of the important books, The Province of Jurisprudence Determined, इसके ऑथर हैं जॉन ऑस्टिन. फादर ऑफ जुरिस्प्रूडेंस बेंथम, is called the father of jurisprudence, and the father of English jurisprudence is John Austin. So there is difference. Father of jurisprudence is Bentham and father of English jurisprudence is John Austin. And the book is Spirit of the Laws. This book is written by Montesquieu. Next question. President of India is elected by. So this is also very important question because very recently Indian president has been elected. Article 54 of Indian Constitution provides that the president shall be elected by the members of an electoral college consisting of elected members of both the House of Parliament and the elected members of legislative assemblies of state, including UT, Union Territory of Delhi and Puducherry. By the system of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote. सो इलेक्टोरल कॉलेज जो प्रेसिडेंट के लिए इलेक्टोरल कॉलेज होता है उसमें सिर्फ इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स होते हैं बोथ दी हाउस ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, लोकसभा और राज्यसभा के. नॉमिनेटेड मेंबर्स उसमें नहीं होते. इसके अलावा इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबलीज के होते हैं इंक्लूडिंग द यूनियन टेरिटरी ऑफ दिल्ली एंड पुडुचेरी. दिस इज इम्पॉर्टेंट हेयर एंड द additional point that I have added here is Srimati Draupadi Murmu has taken the oath as the 15th President of India on 25th July 2022. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the first President of India and Srimati Pratibha Devi Singh Patil was the first female President of India. Regarding Vice President, the Electoral College is different. So Article 66 of Indian Constitution provides that the Vice President shall be elected by the members of an electoral college consisting of members of both the House of Parliament. इस इलेक्टोरल कॉलेज में दोनों जो हाउस हैं पार्लियामेंट के, राज्यसभा और लोकसभा, उसके मेंबर्स होते हैं, इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स भी और नॉमिनेटेड मेंबर्स भी, लेकिन इसमें लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबलीज के मेंबर्स नहीं होते. In accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote. Next question is, what is the official language of Union under the Indian Constitution? Article 343 of Indian Constitution provides that official language of the Union shall be Hindi in Devanagari script. Article 348 of Indian Constitution provides that all the proceeding in Supreme Court and in High Court shall be in English. तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट और हाई कोर्ट की प्रोसीडिंग इंग्लिश में होती हैं एंड द आर्टिकल 348 इज इम्पॉर्टेंट हियर. Some of the pointers I have added. Article 350A provides regarding the facilities for instruction to be given in mother tongue at primary stage. Article 350B is related with a special officer for linguistic minorities appointed by the president. So officer for linguistic minorities, that is provided under Article 350B of Indian Constitution. Schedule 8 of Indian Constitution, that is related to the official language of the Republic of India and it consists of total 22 languages. Bodo, Dogri, Maithili and Santhali, these 4 languages were added by the 92nd Constitutional Amendment of 2003. Next question, who is the founder of Historical School of Jurisprudence? So von Savigny is considered to be the founder of Historical School of Jurisprudence. Savigny had given the theory of Volksgeist, very famous theory. He believed that the law is the product of general consciousness of the people and a manifestation of their spirit. Next question is, which article under Indian Constitution contains the theory of separation of power? Separation of power is there found in Indian Constitution under Article 50, which provides specifically the separation of judiciary from executive. And this concept of theory of separation of power was given by Montesquieu. He belonged to the Historical School of Jurisprudence. So these were some of the important questions I have discussed today. And regarding the new subject which now has been added in UP Civil Just syllabus, so I'll come up with questions relating to those as well. I hope this video will help you. Thanks for watching.